Hello, CEOs. We are back again. Well, today's episode is one that I have waited for a little while, and so I'm so excited to be able to share today's episode with you. It is sure to be one that will pull at your heartstrings, and also one that make you think. Just so many mixed emotions, but at the end, I promise you, it's going to be worth the wait. So today, my guest is Tamik Mitchell-Walker. Tamik, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited about you being here today, and I'm glad for us to have the opportunity really to just chat about some of the things that you're doing, and of course your book.
Yes.
Your book, which is one of my new favorites.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to talk about the book and talk a little bit about some of the things that you're currently doing. So here at Coffee with Bridgett, we give you fashion, we give you lifestyle, we give you transferable skills. We just give you a lot of different information. So today, I want today's segment to be where it's a place where we can actually help somebody.
Okay.
And we help them through, your book, based on, the things that you've written about, and just, why you are passionate about, writing your book. So my first question to you is, why did you decide to write a book? Why?
It just came to me one night. I wrote 8 chapters of the book, and what inspired me was that I grew up fatherless.
Wow. Okay.
And most of my friends grew up fatherless. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to write something that can encourage people who live in a fatherless home.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you hit a heavy topic, growing up fatherless, and even some people may not have grown up fatherless but became fatherless.
Yes.
I feel like your book is something that will help them and encourage them. So even though you said you grew up fatherless, you came out great.
Yes.
You're doing some good things. Mm-hmm. So what was your passion? How did you get to the point where you're ready to share your story?
I would say church.
Church helped you want to share your story?
Yes, church helped me. Oh, wow, okay. Because I didn't grow up in church. Actually, this December 31st will be 8 years that I've been in church.
Really?
Yes. So,
I didn't know you didn't grow up in church.
No, I didn't grow up in church. So when I came, the more I had faith in God, mm-hmm. the more it helped me to be more transparent and not be afraid to share my story with others. So
this is good, because going back to so Tamik and I both go to the same church, Love Fellowship Tabernacle, Ben Salem, PA, under Bishop Hezekiah Walker.
Yeah.
So, but I'm tying this back to the series that we're in now, and Bishop has been preaching a series now called "I Got the Scars to Prove It."
Yes.
So, writing your book, you are sharing your scars. You talked about bullying. Yeah. Share with us your experiences of whether you were either bullied or you bullied somebody else.
I never bullied anyone, but my friends bullied a lot of people.
So you was hanging around bullies.
So I was just in the circle, and people... Mm-hmm. I was a part of that circle. If you hang with them, you're a part of them.
Okay.
So people thought I was a bully. Uh-huh. So people perceived me as a bully, but I was actually the biggest teddy bear. So what I would do is I would protect people that my friends would bully.
So wait a minute, let me get this right. Your friends will bully people, yes. And you will protect the people that your friends will bully.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, teddy bear.
But my friends didn't do anything to me because I was their friend. So they were trying to bully the people when I leave.
Okay, let's get to this book. Anointed, a good kid raised in a mad city.
Yes.
How did you come up with this title?
Well, I came up with the title because actually that's a hip hop title. So that's for I got it from Kendrick Lamar album. It's called Good Kid, Mad City. So basically, when I was writing this book, I wanted to keep it Christian. Okay. But I wanted to reach the non-believers. Okay. So basically what I did is I took Bible stories and I converted them into urban stories. Okay. So when you read this book, it's about me and my 10 friends, but it's similar to Joseph and his 10 brothers.
Wow, good concept.
So basically what I did was I studied Joseph's story, and then I made Joseph's story a real life story from me and my friends. So, this book is basically about some true events.
Wow. So, what do your friends say now when they see you've written a book?
I didn't really tell. I mean, they know I wrote a book.
You didn't tell. So they gonna pick up your book and say, "He's talking about me right here."
But they won't really know because it's like it's not basically all my friends. It's about an average person that grew up in like a projects or just grew up in the urban community.
Okay.
But my friends' names are the main characters because they're my friends. So I kind of like honor my friends by giving them names in the book.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so I see the way that you're spinning it. Yes. So now, what is your plan? Because I see you have it says a motion picture. You know, is your ultimate goal to have a movie at the end, or I know that you're passionate about social work. You're passionate about helping other young men. So what do you plan to do with all of this good information in this book?
Well, there's two reasons behind why I picked the motion picture. Because when you read the book, I put so much detail in it that you're going to visualize the book. So you're going to visualize everything that's happening in the book. So that's why I put a motion picture. Okay. But also, as of now, I'm not thinking about doing a movie for this book. Okay. But we are doing a short film where we're going to do visuals for different chapters in the book, so people can actually see what we're talking about when we as they read the book.
I have to tell you, so when I saw the cover in the front of the book,
yes,
the first thing I thought about was power, because I'm addicted to power. Okay. Yeah. And that's the first thing I thought about was power. And then when I started reading it, and I was just like, wow, this is really good information. And not only will it actually help other young men who read the book, but it would also help those of us who have young men in our life. Yeah. It kind of gives you tools that you can, use when you're talking to them, and use that tool so that, okay, I can understand why he feels this way. Yes. I can understand this perspective. And tying back to the fatherless piece, so I was raised with my father, but my father died 3 years ago. So now I'm fatherless. I'm fatherless in the natural. So, for people who weren't raised with a father, or people who were raised with a father and don't have a father now, I think this book finds them where they are. So I think that is really, really good, because, having male figures in your life is important, but also knowing how to communicate and talk to the male figures in your life. So that's one of the things that I found helpful about reading your book. I'm super proud of you.
And also with this book too, what I wanted to do is I wanted to destroy judgment on both sides. So when I wrote this book, I wanted to help church people destroy the judgment of people of non-believers that's coming in on the street. And I also wanted to help the non-believers who are on the street to stop judging church people, because at the end of the day, everybody has their story, and nobody doesn't know each other's story. So when I wrote this book, I wanted to present a story to let people know, like, okay, I started out this way, but I ended up this way. And then hopefully that could cancel the judgment on both sides.
That's really good. So now, you said you wasn't, you've only been in church now about 8 years, which I didn't know until today. So now, being in church, and this is this right here is a form of ministry. Yes. This is definitely a way of really getting the word out. Like, how do you feel? Does this make you proud? Does it make you excited?
It makes me excited, and it kind of pushed me harder, because it was funny, before I wrote this book, I always was passionate to go inside the prisons. Okay. So, and I didn't know how we were gonna do it. But as I was writing this book, I came up with an idea that I wanted to do a prison book club. So
stop right there. Wait a minute. That's good. A prison book club. Yes. What would you mean? You would start out with reading your book to them, or giving your book to them, or?
What I would start out with doing me and my friend right now, we creating a workbook for my book. Okay. And because each chapter of my book represents a different social issue. Okay. So We creating the workbook, and when I go to the prison book club, what we're gonna do is we're gonna read each chapter, and then their assignment is to complete each chapter in the workbook.
Okay.
So the whole purpose is to help them from not repeating the same cycles that they repeated, to help them stop repeating the same cycles that they repeated, and when they get out of jail, so they will not have to return.
That's good. That's good. So CEOs, I want y'all to know, first of all, Tamik came here today all nervous, I see the nervousness is calm now. I told you will be fine. It's just conversation. And so the great thing about this platform, that I have is that we are able to be relatable to people because none of us get it right all the time. And so I was hoping that, and I think I succeeded at this experience at making you feel comfortable, to be able to share, more about your book because, I'm really intrigued about the work, especially the prison book club, because that is something new and that is something innovative. That's something exciting. That's something that I think can actually help, not just one particular community. That can help so many communities because I'm not sure of all the current statistics, and you might know them, about how many men that are currently incarcerated. And I think that having resources, having things like this, like you said, it breaks the cycle. It cancels judgment, and it gives them that, that thought that, somebody actually cares.
Yes.
And because I think that's what happens. Sometimes people don't feel like that they're cared about, So I think that is like awesome. CEOs, follow Tamik on Anointed the series. I promise you, this book right here is a book that you definitely want to have, especially for those, who want to do some kind of outreach in the community. You want to go out and talk to people, and you want to have the opportunity to be able to have meaningful conversation. I feel like this book gives meaningful conversation. None of us have to have all the answers to everything, but just the fact that we have something to actually get a conversation started.
Yes, because we can have one part and somebody else can have another part.
Right.
And we put the pieces together to make the whole thing work.
Yes, absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, you gotta get this book, Anointed, A Good Kid Raised in a Mad City. You're gonna visualize it, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna understand it, you're gonna want to read more. And most importantly, you have the opportunity to really hear from someone who has actually lived through a lot of these chapters in this book. So I'm so excited. So this is what we do at the end of every episode. So because I call my community CEOs, so let me tell you why I call them that. So I call my community CEOs because I believe you in charge of your own life. You're the boss of you. You are the one who can determine how I want my life to be, how I want to grow, how I want to expand. You're in charge of it. So you are the chief executive officer of your life. So to my CEOs today, I hope that you have learned something today, and I hope that it's another resource, which I'm sure it is, that you can use to go and to grow. So at the end of every episode, y'all, today was Tamik's first time having coffee, and you said it was good, right?
It was good. If I get addicted to it, blame her.
So at the end of every episode, we cheers. And we cheers, to celebrate another win, another episode. And most importantly, I like to celebrate my guests that are come on. So I'm honored that you were here with me today. All right, so CEOs, to the next time, stay tuned for Coffee with Bridgett. Talk to you soon. Cheers.